Hey, what's going on, y'all? It's Hervey, lifeisatrucker.com. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. It's that time again to reflect on the past year and make plans for the year coming. If you find yourself in the same situation basically that you were in a year ago from now, you want to make sure not to be in the same predicament next year this time. Progress is the name of the game. So I want to ask you a question. I think you've seen me pose the question before. The question is, what one thing is it that if you did differently the year coming that would have the most significant positive impact on your life, so that next year this time you will have made progress, in one way or another it will put you in a much better situation. What one thing is it that if you did differently this coming year, that thing that if you focus on would make a major positive impact on your life? It could be calming a quick temper. A lot of times if a person has a quick temper, then they react immediately to circumstances or the dispatcher or the significant other. I mean, somebody else might even be wrong or whatever, but still, if you just fly off and respond, it can potentially make the situation worse. So a quick temper is definitely something you want to be more in control of. Whether it's just the normal, excuse me, I meant to cut that off. But whether it's the normal common problems or situations that people would like to change, like losing weight, stop smoking, stuff like that. Sometimes people decide not to take on the challenges of making those changes, those dramatic improvements in lifestyles, because it can seem like a huge challenge to take. And some people are risk adverse. They don't like the idea of failing, or the idea of other people criticizing them for making changes, especially if you got people around you that are doing some of the things that you're trying to get away from. Some people can end up, what got into you, and putting you down basically because you're trying to make some positive changes. Don't let stuff like that influence you, keep you from doing things that you already know yourself that you want to change in order to improve your life. Go for it, and don't let failure stop you from making an attempt. As you know, my philosophy is, and many people's philosophy is the same: failure only brings you one step closer to success. So as many times as it takes you to make an attempt and fail in order to finally be successful at the end, go for it. Most people who successfully quit anything, they fail plenty of times before they're finally free. One of the changes could be to build a better relationship. So what things is it in your behavior, in your personality, in your attitude that will help you to improve the relationship on your side? We're not talking about, that might be one of the things that you need to change. I always find myself saying what the other person needs to do. You can't control what the other person does. You might be able to influence it indirectly by doing what you can do to enhance the relationship on your side. What behavior can you change to improve the relationship? What ways can you be proactive to improve the relationship? More compliments, more affection, more considerate. See things from the other person's point of view, instead of assuming your way of looking at it is always the right way or the only way to see it. What about handling your money in a better way? A lot of drivers I talk to were having issues of making their payments at the end of the month, and I asked them, well, have you ever written down what you are spending in the truck stop on a daily basis, at least for a week, but better for a whole month? No, I haven't done that. If you do that, it could give you a lot of insight on where the money is going, because when you're looking at the total amount of your checks for 4 weeks and you're figuring that I should have enough to cover my bills, but you're coming up at the end of the month not being able to cover the bills, and you don't know where the money went, that's the only way you're going to find out where the money went. Because it's hard to be mindful of it and keep track of it in your mind from day to day. You're spending it on things that's unplanned. So write down every expenditure. But getting control of your finances, that could have a powerful positive effect, because you're going to have less stress, you're going to feel more in control, and you're going to feel like you're actually out there on the road working for a reason, instead of all of your money being depleted without you even knowing what's happening to it. What about better investment of your free time. A lot of people waste time. There's nothing wrong with having fun and winding down, but if every minute of your free time is spent doing something that's non-productive, watching television, playing video games on social networks, and it's all for entertainment or recreation, I would advise you to spend some of that time in a way that it is an investment into you, whether it's reading material that's going to assist you in personal development, reading material that's going to help you with some other things that you want to get better at. It might be better at maintaining a relationship. It might be in financial independence, or time management, or money management. So you can spend some of your time, invest some of your time in exposing yourself to material related in areas where you know that you're weak in. So that's an investment in time. You know, invested in contacting your family, as opposed to being on watching video games, playing video games, or watching television so much. So all of these are areas where you can pick a specific activity, have a specific goal, something that you're going to do differently, so that the situation is much better the next year this time. You know, and when you correct or improve in these areas, then you know it's really going to build you up as a person. And it's going to spill over into your attitude, your behavior, your personality, beyond probably than what you originally intended to. For instance, if you do something to improve your health, or stop a specific activity that you know is beneficial in improving your health, then an improved health is going to improve your thinking, it's going to improve your immune system. So you're looking at one aspect of your health, your lungs, your heart and lungs, and it's really going to improve your health overall. You know, if you look at something that's going to improve your relationship, it's going to help your relationship with that person, but you're going to learn techniques and a way of thinking that's going to spill over into other relationships with your dispatcher, with other people you meet, and it's going to be beneficial. You're talking about having less stress on an ongoing basis, which again goes back to your health. But you see, all of these little things, and that's why anything that you do to improve, it enhances your life overall anyway, because all things are connected, you know. So that's it. I don't want to talk you to death. I will be back, make a few videos in January, but for now, you guys have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Be safe on the road, and I hope that you are able to make it home. But if you can't make it home, make sure you call, let people know you're thinking about them, and make the best of the situation to the extent that you can. Don't dwell on the fact that you're not home. Think about ways that you could make the best out of the situation in spite of the fact that you're not at home. Alright? Talk to y'all later. Peace.